Hey guys, welcome to my channel, or if you've seen my other videos before, welcome back. Just a heads up, I'm going to show you the route I take every week for my mount farm, and at the end, I'm going to show you how to make teleporting out of instances quick and easy, so make sure you stick around for that. Now, if you're a new player adventuring through Azeroth for the first time, it's almost impossible to not notice the wide variety of mounts you'll see people pass you by on. And with over 300 mounts in the game, it can be confusing to know how to begin building a collection. I've made this video for new players to help them get started on acquiring some of the rarest mounts in the game. Mounts are obtained through a variety of activities, and some of the most coveted models are dropped by raid bosses from expansions past. I'm going to walk you through a route you can run weekly that will speed run you through 15 years of raids to get some of the best looking mounts in the game that are guaranteed to make others jealous. Now, I recommend setting your Hearthstone to Orgrimmar where our route begins, and getting one or two of the capes whose on-use teleports you back to Orgrimmar that can be bought from guild vendors. First, we're going to head over to the Firelands for two mounts, the Flame Talon of Listrazor and the Smoldering Egg of Malahazor. The first drops from Listrazor and the second from Ragnaros. They drop from any difficulty, so I recommend switching it up every now and then to also get some of the cool transmog that's available from each one. After you clear the Firelands, take one of your ports to Orgrimmar and head to the Oldham portal. After arriving in Oldham, take a flight south towards the Throne of the Four Winds, where you can down Al'Akir for a chance to get the Reins of the Drake of the South Wind, which in my opinion is one of the coolest Drake models in the game. It drops from any difficulty, so run whichever one you prefer. After you take down the Windlord, head over to the Caverns of Time to run the heroic 25-man raid, Dragon Soul. On Heroic, you have a chance to get two mounts, Experiment 12B from Ultraxion, and my absolute favorite Drake mount that still eludes me to this day, the Lifebinder's Handmaiden. You can also take a crack at the normal difficulty to have a chance to get the Reins of the Blazing Drake from Deathwing. Our last stop in Kalimdor is Onyxia's lair. It's a super quick clear, and the only boss is Onyxia, who drops the Reins of the Onyxian Drake. Cast one of your ports back to Orgrimmar and enter the portal to Shatrath City. Fly across the entire Outland deep into the Netherstorm to fight Kael'thas Sunstrider in the Eye for a chance at one of the most popular mounts in the game, Ashes of Alar. Now, if you don't want to kill the bosses, you can skip them all and run straight to Kael'thas, but I like to take them down in case I get any cool transmog I don't already have. Since that was our only stop in the Outland, cast a port back to Orgrimmar and hop into the portal to Dalaran in the Crystal Song Forest. Fly straight north to enter the prison of the old god Yogg-Saron in Ulduar. You're going to need to run it on 25-man heroic for a chance at Mimiron's head when you kill the old god. It's important that you do it without any keepers, so don't click on any of the defeated bosses and request their help, or you won't be eligible to get them out that run. Afterwards, head down to the throne of the Lich King himself at the peak of the Ice-Crowned Citadel for a chance at the Bone Steed of Arthas Menenthal Invincible. One of the crown jewels of any mount farmer, this elusive mount really does separate the casuals and the completionists. Once you've defeated the Lich King, take a quick flight to the Eye of Eternity, where you'll have a chance to get the Azure and Blue Drakes from Malagos. If you're still with me, then take a port to Orgrimmar and head to Pandaria, where we'll run Mogu'shan Volts for an amazing skin of the Cloud Serpent model, the Reins of the Astral Cloud Serpent. Now, to get to the places the next few raids are located, you need to complete some quest lines. Nothing crazy long, and since it's all legacy content, it's super easy. So after gaining access to the Isle of Thunder, enter the Throne of Thunder and kill G-Kun for a chance to get a mount that looks just like him. You should have a Dalaran Hearthstone from Legion, so use that, then fly over to Argus, assuming you've done the questline to unlock it, and enter Mythic Antorus, the Burning Throne. The first mount we're after drops off the Fellhounds of Sargeras on any difficulty, but we're running it on Mythic, so we have a chance to get the Shackled Urzul from Argus the Unmaker. It's possible to solo at Mythic, but you need to do around 60k DPS to not wipe on Argus. If you can't solo it, then grab a friend or a few and make it a group activity. Last raid, we're heading to Zuldazar to run the Battle for Dazar'alor. The GMOD drops from High Tinker Mechatorque on any difficulty, but we want to run it on Mythic for a chance to get the Glacial Tidestorm mount from Jaina. Since this is current expansion content, you do need to put a group together, but there's a few discords dedicated to running this raid every week for the Jaina mount, and recently Blizzard announced that they doubled the drop rate, so Jaina's guaranteed to drop 2 mounts from every kill. If you run it with the same group every week, in 10 weeks you'll all be riding around in style. Now when you're farming, you'll notice not many raids have exits at the end, and it can be a hassle to run back to the beginning. So here's a quick tip to teleport out of instances you can use on any class. First, make sure you're out of combat, then open up the group finder and create a custom group. It doesn't matter what you name it or any of the specifics, because as soon as you make it, you're going to leave the group. A few seconds later, a text box should pop up telling you you're going to be teleported out of the instance in 1 minute. All of these mounts have a drop chance of about 1%, so you want to start farming them as soon as possible if you ever want to get them. There's a few mounts that drop from raid bosses that I didn't include because I want to stick with the ones that I thought were the coolest and the ones I personally farmed for myself. So there you have it. If you stuck with me this far, maybe drop a like, and if you're super lucky and get any of these mounts, comment and let me know. Thanks for watching guys, and happy farming.